increase in claims payment 2025. So, if this is the intention of your hospital, you need to understand, okay, the concept behind the rationalized case rate and all case rates. Kasi po, these are two different things, no? Hindi ho pareho yung rationalized case rate and all case rate. Now, if you do not know na hindi ho ito pareho, do not worry, okay? May pag-asa pa. Okay? So, the approach of PhilHealth, you need to understand kung ano yung approach ni PhilHealth dito. So, once you have an idea on that concept, you will be able to strategize and hopefully ho, makukuha ninyo yung gusto ninyong increase in claims payment. Okay? Now, ano ba yung rationalized case rate? Okay? So, if I'm not mistaken, 2023, may nilabas silang guideline, okay? A circular explaining what is rationalized case rate. Okay, let's set aside the traditional case rate ho muna. Now, so ano ba yung rationalized case rate? Okay? Case rate ho ito, but these are for priority conditions. Now, ano bang ibig sabihin ng priority conditions? Now, during my time in PhilHealth, ito yung pinag-uusapan namin. Some of it may belong to the top 10 to top 20 most common illnesses. Okay? Meaning, these are the they belong to the most common claims. Ito ho yung mga claims na usually paulit-ulit na kiniklaim ni hospital. Okay? Now, by this alone, it will tell you that these conditions po, ito ho yung mga burden ng mga pasyente. Okay? Now, if you recall, okay, may audit si COA during the pandemic and they discovered that the PhilHealth rates were not that relevant anymore because of inflation and many more. Now, this is where the rationalized case rate comes in. Okay? So, the intention is for this priority condition na meron hong increase ang coverage. Ibig sabihin, bigger ho yung package. Since ito ho yung mga burden conditions ng mga pasyente, most common illnesses, kasi ito ho yung mga kiniklaim ninyo from time to time, okay? To make it more relevant, nilakihan ho ang package. Okay? Now, ano ba yung mga malalaking package kay PhilHealth? Okay? Ito yung mga case type Z. Pero si rationalized case rate, the way I explained it sa mga kliyente ko, you have case rate, okay? Ito yung case type Z. Ito yung mga for catastrophic illnesses. Si rationalized case rate is somewhere in the middle. Okay? Hindi siya sinlaki ng case type Z, but, okay, relatively bigger talaga ang benefit package na to. Okay. Now, importante ito na maintindihan ninyo. Bakit merong rationalized case rate? Okay? The ultimate goal talaga, no, in my understanding, okay, when we implemented case rates, okay, so the original plan was after a couple of years, DRG will follow. But of course, it never happened. Why? Kasi if you observe in other countries, okay, a lot of the big countries or the advanced countries, they have been using DRG, diagnosis related groupings. So the goal at that time is magki-case rate and then after several years papasok si DRG because si DRG promises better coverage. Mas may principal illness ka, okay? Meron kang mga babayaran yung mga secondary illnesses at babayaran yung napakaraming procedure. Okay? So, parating na ho tayo doon, okay? But while wala pa, Okay? For all the reasons na hindi pa ma-implement ni PhilHealth, okay? Biglang pumasok ito si rationalized case rate. Now, so they are positioning it as an interim solution before going to DRG. Interim means it's like, eto muna ang ipapatikim namin sa inyo bago tayo magdi-DRG. So, interim means something in between. Interim means for the meantime, dito muna tayo. Okay? So, yun yung malinaw. Okay? It's an interim solution before going to DRG. So, ito namang rationalized case rate, okay? Dahil alam natin na umingcrease na yung case rate 50%. So, exempted ho yung rationalized case rate sa increase ng 50%. Hindi ho sila kasama dahil dati na hong tinaasan or may mga planong itataas for some illnesses na ipapalabas pa. So, example, okay? Ang unang lumabas, if I'm not mistaken, was, magkasunod yun eh. It's either yung cap high risk, which is 90,100. Okay? So, imagine mo, 90,100 per claim ng high risk. So, is it enough? Probably better than before, but seriously, for bigger hospitals, okay, it does not cover everything, but mind you, it's better. Okay, way much better. Kasi 90,100 compared to previously, magkano lang yan. Okay? Now, isipin ninyo sa cap high risk, you are a level 3 hospital or a level 2 hospital. In 1 month, meron kayong 10 na 90,100. These are cap high risk claims. Okay? That's almost 1 million. Sa cap high risk lang. Okay? Again, it's really, okay, much better. So ano pang nilabas? The stroke infarct, 76,000. You have this hemorrhagic stroke, 80,000. Though there are or were, okay, problems in requirements, okay, it also gave positive or hopeful results naman in fairness. Ano pa? Neonatal sepsis, okay? Yun, lumabas din at 25,000. Then you have now the asthma at 22,000. And you have, if I'm not mistaken, itong acute MI na benefit package, if you try to observe it, it was written na para talaga siyang rationalized case rate, okay? Now, eto hong rationalized case rate, mahabang kwento ito, okay? Take note ha, we will connect this later kasi ang title ng topic natin ngayon, increase in claims payment. So yan yung rationalized case rate. Now, let's talk about the traditional case rates, okay? So, we can label it as, to be safe, no? It is the not so priority conditions. Ito na ho yung mga common claims ninyo na kiniklaim ng hospital na hindi naman parating nauulit, okay? But compared to rationalized case rate, those are the most common. Okay? The traditional case rate, ito ho yung tumaas ng 50%. Okay? So, napakarami doon. Napakarami din na to. Okay? But again, in fairness, tumaas ng 30% noong February 2024 at tumaas ho ngayon ng 50%. Not bad. Okay? So, ito yun. Ang question natin. You have the rationalized case rate and then you have the traditional case rate. So, if you want to increase payment, okay, napakasimple ng kwento. Okay? So, how do you do that? Okay? So, if you want to increase payment, the first thing you need to do is dapat sa hospital ho, okay, napakasimple. You do not need, okay, to gather 1,000 patients at i-admit nyo. No, that's not the way. This is what I tell many of my clients. Kung gusto ho ninyo tumaas yung payment ninyo from PhilHealth, you need to do a zero hospital-induced denied claims. Ulitin ko ha, zero hospital-induced denied claims. Okay? Now, next, zero. Okay, yes, zero po hospital-induced RTH. Okay, wow. Okay, relax ha. Yes, we have done it already. Okay? Highlight ho or emphasis to the hospital-induced. Okay, linawin ko ha. Itong RTH and denied, okay, I always explain this to many of my clients sa masterclass. Dalawang bagay yan. Okay? You will have an RTH, hospital ang problema, or kasalanan ni PhilHealth. Dalawa ho yan, dalawa talaga yan. Okay? Now, yung hospital-induced, naturally, sa inyo yan. Okay? There are operational problems, you failed to understand the circular, your doctors were not trained, okay, and many more. Hospital-induced. PhilHealth-induced RTH or denied means there's a policy issue. Okay? For example, etong 45 days, okay? Pag naubos talaga yan, madi-deny, okay? So it's beyond your control. The most you can do is probably prevent it from happening, but it's easier said than done. Next, na-deny yung claim. Nagkamali ho yung claims processor ni PhilHealth. Okay? Ang dating na yan, ay, sorry, nagkamali kami. Okay? But you deny. Mukhang tama naman. Ay, Doc, ibalik nyo na lang sa amin. Okay? So, meron ho mga bagay na system-induced wherein hindi na bayaran, hindi din na-deny, hindi lang kayo hindi nyo lang alam kung bakit. Okay? It's probably somewhere there in the benefits claims office. Okay? Probably a system glitch or a system inconsistency. It's floating. Nevertheless, it's still there. Okay? Now, kung gusto nyo tumaas yung payment ninyo, dapat zero yung RTH, zero denied ng hospital-induced. Okay? Basta hospital-induced ho. Now, so, eto po, okay? If you want to increase yung inyong claim, lalo na sa mga malalaking hospital, okay, you need to prioritize yung rationalized case rate. Ang word ho is prioritize. Tutukan ninyo. Okay? Tutukan ninyo para hindi ho ito ma-return at ma-denied. Okay? So, bakit? Number one, rationalized case rate. Okay? Big amount means big income. Kasi 'di ba sabi natin yung rationalized case rate, ito po ay in-increase ho ang benefit coverage. So relatively mataas talaga. Okay? So you have 100 claims ng cap high risk. That's 91,100. Okay? In 1 month, you will have 1 million already on cap high risk alone. So, lahat ng intubated din yun na pasyente, okay, for as long as nasa ICU ba yan, but may infection, okay, kung papasok ko sa guidelines, then you can claim it as 91,100. Di ba? So, meron kang almost 1 million. Now, number 2, big package, okay, if denied, okay, means bigger losses. So, if RTH, okay, it equals to bigger losses. Imagine, okay, the same example, 100 claims ng cap high risk, 91,100. Imagine ho dyan, okay, na-deny lahat yan. So, okay, dahil sa kapabayaan, dahil hindi kayo handa, hindi ninyo naintindihan, or yung claims ninyo kulang-kulang, ang attachment, hindi binayaran. So, you practically lost 1 million. Diba? Number 1, malaking amount, malaking kita. Number 2, pag pumalya ka, lugi ka. Okay, malinaw yun, ha? Okay. Number 3, that you need to consider, if you want to make money this 2025, prioritize, rationalize case rate, which brings us to number 3. big amount or big packages means, okay, they will audit that. Babasahin ho nila yan. Ganito history will tell you, CAP, MR, panahon ng case rate, 15,000. Utang na loob, pinatulan nila yan. 15,000, okay? Pinatulan namin yan, binasa namin yung mga 15,000. Okay? We practically audited 15,000. In some regions, binabasa. Okay? Yung mga simple na debridement, binabasa ko yung mga UTI, binabasa ko yung... What more, pag nag-claim ka ng 91,100. So definitely expect that they will read that. Okay. So when are they going to do that? It's up to the regional office. Kung maraming doktor yung regional office, babasahin nila kaagad yan. Kung kukunti lang yung doktor, okay, they will do a post-audit on that. But my point here is this. Kung meron kang 10 na CAP high risk, 91,100, when PhilHealth evaluators will read it, okay, will they find something, okay, red flag dun sa claim ninyo? Or doon sa chart ninyo? Or, pag binasa ba nila yan, okay, masisiyahan sila at dahil nakita nila yung gusto nilang makita. Now, if your claims are incomplete, incorrect, or inconsistent, okay, they will now start to ask for clinical chart and proceed with the process. Either madidinayan or maliligal ka or probably sisingilin balik ang binayad sa inyo. So it will not make any sense. Okay? So you need now to understand that you need to prioritize rationalized case rate. I'm not saying na you neglect the traditional case rate. Kung gusto niyo kumita ng malaki, okay, tutukan nyo yung rationalized case rate. So, what needs to be done? Okay? Ano ba ang kailangan ninyong gawin, okay, to actually prioritize this? Ito yung problem. Okay? Not all hospitals, okay, have a strategy for this. So even if you read the circular ng rationalized case rate, which is napakahaba, okay, it doesn't explain, okay, the inputs wherein they will use specific information for audit. Marami hong explanation doon na non-clinical. Yung pag-audit ho nila ng claim is actually clinical in nature. Yun ang dilemma ngayon. Okay, pansinin nyo. 2023, lumabas yung circular implementing guidelines ng CAP high risk at ng stroke. Okay? Ano bang laman nun? Okay? A lot of it were non-clinical in nature. So, ang sabi lang, okay, you follow the clinical practice guideline. Did they attach any clinical practice guideline? No, there was none. It was only, okay, at the end of 2024, wherein lumabas po yung mga quality policy ng high-risk pneumonia at ng stroke. Okay? But, okay, is it that bad? Not really. Kasi po, pwede ho kayong maghanda, okay, even if they will not release a quality policy or a quality standard for the specific illness. If you need help, engage with us. This is Coach Doc Ben. See you soon.